Welcome to Two Geeks and a Load Balancer. I'm Nathan.
Hey, you got your name right. Hey, I'm Matt Adam with the Avi product team.
Yeah, we weren't able to keep that take, unfortunately. Um, so, Matt, in this episode, I want to ask you questions about where do we
Sure.
get started? If I've got this load balancing infrastructure, where do I start? How do I start automating?
Yep, great question. I get that question all the time. So I work with customers daily, and oftentimes they come to me and they say, "How can we get started with automation? We're not doing anything today. We want to offer self-service in the future. How do we get to that?" And my advice is always start small. Find a low-hanging fruit in your organization today that you can automate and work toward that. Right? Don't try and create a multi-sided application with certificate management and firewall and DNS all in the first go. Start with something small like creating a pool member or modifying a pool member or deleting a pool member in an existing pool. It's a very, very simple task right there that you could pretty easily automate.
So, if I'm getting started with this, are there examples? Are there sample scripts out there that Perl scripts that I should be looking for? What should I be doing? What should I be looking for to kind of get that started?
Yeah. Yeah. So first I would try and decide what your organization favors with regard to DevOps tools or automation languages. Every organization's different. I don't want to speculate and say which one might be best for you, but I'll give you some examples. I see a lot of Ansible in the industry. I see a lot of Terraform. And so those are probably two good places to go. There are hundreds and hundreds of examples of how to do various things in Ansible. And I'll give you an example with Avi. If you wanted to create a pool member in Avi, we probably have a dozen or so scripts in GitHub today that you could clone, modify a couple variables, and immediately run them in your organization. And so you already have the scripts available to get started with your automation needs.
Okay, so I'm just looking at GitHub for Avi. And
Yep,
I'm going to find a bunch of examples of how to go and start with some of these toolings.
exactly.
Cool. All right. So that sounds like a pretty good place to start. From a documentation perspective, is there other documentations I should look at to get started?
Yeah, so before you get too far into the weeds of trying to create something, I would really recommend take a step back, look at all of the things that you'd like to accomplish and try and go for low-hanging fruit, right? You're looking at weeks of development if you try and automate something as large of an application, or especially a multi-site application. Whereas if you're just trying to, manage configuration drift and put a profile or a TCP profile on all of your load balancers at the same time, that's something you can knock out in a half day, right? It's very easy to create something like that. And once get your feet wet and you start automating some of the things, everything else gets easier. Your understanding of the DevOps tools becomes easier. Your understanding of whatever processes you have in place today start to kind of fall in line, and then you can work towards those larger scale automation concepts.
Okay. Makes sense. I will definitely give that a go.
Awesome.
Thanks.